We always had the eye maintenance girlies. They spent their money and you just knew you could never match their vibe. All was fine in the world. Well, that's until
I maintenance things I do to stay low maintenance. First things first, these lifting bands. These ones are
I call it the era of curated casualness. In this world, things are seemingly warped because how can you be high maintenance but also want to be low maintenance at the same time? Why not just be high maintenance in peace? Like, I'm not going to lie, this trend confused me. And Google is our friend. The beauty philosophy and TikTok trend that involves investing in beauty treatments to save time and energy in the long run. The idea is that by doing more beauty work upfront, you can reduce the amount of time and effort you need to put in on a daily basis. So yeah, makes sense, right? But when you see the amount of effort and energy that actually goes into this maintenance routine, and let's not even forget about the costs.
Saw this post. Ladies, is this the accurate monthly beauty maintenance? On here we have hair, nails, facial, lashes, eyebrows.
Before we get into this video is not to bash anyone. In fact, I'm at the epicenter of all this because if you just scroll down my TikTok or Instagram page a bit, you would see that I'm also an active participant in the beauty trends. So as always, my videos are just to challenge stereotypes ever so slightly. So yeah, let's have fun. Grab your favorite face mask, relax, and let's get straight to it. Low maintenance equals low effort to look effortless. So throughout this video, if you hear me say low maintenance, what I actually mean is effortless. Let me quickly grab my mirror. Girl Power Retinol Sheet Mask. Try not to get too distracted by my sheet mask. So this was a bad idea. I'll be back.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
We all know that one girl who is casual pretty. Her skin is clear with very little makeup. Her hair may be nothing special, but it just suits her. She has a very groomed appearance and she looks effortless as she goes about her day, to the point that it's almost giving I woke up like this, which is a close sister to this trend. The effortless girly that is currently being cosplayed used to mean someone that has a very simple look. Simple to the point that it's almost boring. But the one thing you cannot take away from her is that she looks good. Most times, she's naturally pretty, she has pretty privilege, and she knows how to use it to her advantage, all while seeming to not do too much. This can be very alluring, and men are drawn to this. Women are also fascinated by this. The thing is, back then, the rest of us just accepted that not everyone can look like this, and it was fine. But right now, with all the procedures and maintenance available, you have no excuse to be ugly. Ugly kid. Being ugly is a choice.
Being ugly is a choice, okay? These are the 4 low maintenance things that I do to go from looking sad to bad.
And I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. If you look ugly, if you look crazy, that's all on you, baby.
And being ugly is a choice. These are the 3 things I do religiously to enhance my natural beauty and have me look like that.
You're not ugly, you're broke. I think at this point, we all know this. Me now, this is not my real face. Just wait till I blow up and you guys will see my real face. I promise you. It's not like we're not all beautiful, but money has a way to amplify your beauty. Just imagine the celebrity facials, the IV treatments, like skincare that you cannot even pronounce the ingredients or the procedures, like the PRP. I think that's the vampire facials. It probably means something like protein. Okay, wait, let me check this out. Oh, platelets rich plasma. I thought it was something big.
PRP facial, which is when they draw your spin it and then they use your PRP on your face, which sounds really extreme because it is.
Let's not even get to the treatments like Botox, fillers, or even plastic surgery. So you see, no one is actually ugly. We all just need a little push with money and the girl of our dreams will emerge. Okay, wait, let's get back to the topic. But you guys are aware of the financial implications of this trend, right? The numbers are numbering.
SBK in total, and this is just what I'm looking like getting ready to go to the airport. I'm taking out the curls, and look at how gorgeous this wig looks.
These so-called maintenance routines cost a leg and arm. Plus, there's a part whereby you actually have to keep up with it. Like maintenance, it's in the word. It becomes a lifestyle, basically, and it's a lifestyle that most of us cannot actually afford.
I promise you, I'm not a hitter. Yes, I want to be a party, but at what point did we agree as a collective that we're going to be spending our entire month salary on things like hair, nails, and spa treatment? I thought we're all going through it together, but maybe it's just me and I'm actually just poor.
To think that back then it used to be, oh, I have a wedding, or it's almost Christmas and I know I will be attending a lot of parties, so let me just, have a glow up. Let me get my nails done. Let me do my pedicure. Let me fix my lashes. But leave it to Gen Z and TikTok to actually make this something we do monthly or even twice monthly now.
That's how much I spend every 2 weeks on maintenance.
This is my high maintenance routine to be a low maintenance girly.
Why do we actually want to look low maintenance? What do you think is the reason? Well, to me, I think it comes down to perception. The low maintenance aesthetic shows privilege, ease, and control. The illusion of effortlessness. Imagine at the workplace where you have to wake up early to make the bus in time. If you are able to look put together without looking like you tried too hard that morning, it can be the ultimate flex. Even if your effortlessness took hours upon hours to achieve in a salon. In advance, softness. The aesthetic also perfectly aligns with the soft life, soft girl trend, where the goal is to appear calm, composed, and almost stress-free. In essence, being a soft girl is about embodying a lifestyle that is aspirational, yet kind of attainable. Because let's face it, almost anybody can afford to get their nails done. Like, it's quite affordable, it's cheap. But can you actually maintain it? How many people can afford to always have their nails done? How many people can afford to always have full sets of lashes? So that is where the distinction is. The lifestyle seems attainable, but at the same time, it's aspirational. Instant gratification. Getting these treatments tend to elevate the mood almost instantly. Imagine going from an average 4-5 to a 10 in a matter of minutes. It can be quite addicting.
I could use some lashes, I really could. It's just the addiction that I can't get over. The fact that I would have to constantly go and get them done and fork over these hundreds of dollars. Botox. Again, this is one of the things I'd be definitely down for. I know it's apparently really good for preventative measures. Again, it's the addiction.
It's just that on the flip side, it can have almost the same effect. Like the jump scare, the way I had to reteach myself to feel beautiful without all these add-ons. Like I still get my nails done and I fix my lashes. Like I get things done, but I get them sparingly now because I'm not an influencer. And quite frankly, I don't have that much money. So I can boldly say it that I can afford to do them, but I cannot maintain it. Like it's a whole lifestyle and I cannot maintain it. What may be wrong with this trend? Don't get me wrong, the problem isn't the actual beauty treatment. Like, I love these things, just like the next girl. The problem for me is in the over-the-top routines and having to maintain it.
There are only two types of girls. There's high maintenance to be low maintenance. These are the girls frantically buying everything from TikTok shop, frantically injecting preventative Botox by the time that they're like 12 and a half. They have 800 steps to their routine. Self-tanner, surgical tape, pills and supplements, it's brow tinting. It's doing the Hannibal Lecter thing where you put a bunch of lights on your face, ton of lasers, turning into a snail because you're rolling around in so much fucking Vaseline. You are so slippery to the touch. Acrylics, it's mouth taping, that's the newest thing. Every week there's something new. This week it's mouth taping.
Aside from the fact that this trend is highly consumerist and vain, like why do I have to get my lashes done every 2 weeks? Like, okay, I get my lashes done, a full lash set, and I have to fill it every 2 weeks. Like, why do I have to do that? Why do I always have to have a nail set on? What's wrong with my natural nails? And what if I cannot afford to do all these things? What next?
If you look low maintenance, you get treated like a low maintenance woman. If you look like the maid, you get treated like the maid. If you look like you belong in the house, you get left at the house. Okay? You got to remember this. If you look plain, you're going to get treated plain. There you go.
I'm not a high maintenance girl, Abby. Like, this whole thing just screams classism, and it reinforces the notion that being beautiful or having this put together look is inherently tied to your worth, be it your self-worth or your net worth.
As a beauty lover, I mean, lashes extended, lips glossed. I cannot stand the phrase beauty maintenance. First of all, you're not a car. You don't maintain your car, it doesn't run right, it can break down. You will not break down. Maintenance implies that there is a base level that you need to keep yourself at. And if you don't maintain yourself on a daily or a weekly or a monthly basis, then you start to fall below that base level. You start to not be okay. You're like, Tamika, it's not that deep. It is that deep. Because I get on here and I see girls and young women say things like, you should always have your nails done. Like, you should take pride in that as a woman. If you don't have your hair done or your lashes done, nails done, facials, whatever, you are not a lesser version of yourself. If we're engaging in these beauty practices that we know have a patriarchal origin, regardless of how fun they may be to participate in, like, we don't do these things in a vacuum. But if we are participating in them, I would rather use the term like beauty enhancement or some other term yet to be created that does not imply that these are requirements, that these are things that a woman must do to be okay.
Those who cannot keep up with the standards, maybe due to financial constraints or even time constraints, will definitely feel excluded. Because let's face it, if you're able to spend hours upon hours at different salons to get your beauty maintenance monthly, you have the luxury of time, which a lot of people don't. Aside from the fact that people don't even have money, they don't even have the time. Like, it just screams privilege. Yeah, you have privilege. Acknowledge your privilege. The pressure is also amplified by social media. Influencers may often present an ideal version of their natural beauty, and some of them may not even disclose the behind-the-scenes costs. Thankfully, a lot of influencers don't gatekeep anymore. People are generally more transparent. But we can see that the low maintenance aesthetic actually relies on a combination of skincare, professional treatments, and cosmetic enhancements. People showing off their natural skin have invested in things like dermaplaning, microneedling, and chemical peels. And might I add, the distinction is in the maintenance, because for you to actually see effects on these procedures, you have to go back, like keep going back to maintain it. So that means you are going to factor in enormous costs in your monthly budget. And this is where most of us actually flop.
When you start to think of these beauty enhancements, the highlights, the lashes, the filler, the nails, as maintenance, they become as locked into your budget as your rent is. In your mind, it is a foregone cost. And when it comes time to make hard decisions about your budget, to shore up your emergency fund, to make sure you're contributing enough to your retirement account, you're not going to want to touch that beauty category because you have convinced yourself that that is the bare minimum you need to do to be able to walk out the door into the world. Do people that are considered pretty have an easier time navigating the world? Yes. But are there people that show up just as they are? No enhancements, no makeup, plain nails, all of that? Are they able to go out in the world and create lives where they command respect, where they have familial, platonic, and romantic love, where they achieve in their career? Yes, absolutely.
I think the downside of maintenance week is that you have it, it feels amazing, you look sexy, you look bomb, but then you end up spending most of your time in the house because you finished all your money on maintenance week. Now, like,
there's this saying that if you cannot maintain it, don't even bother starting it. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. Yes, because according to TikTok girlies, you can just DIY it. Just do it yourself at home.
One thing about me is I'm gonna always have my maintenance done, and you do not have to spend hundreds of dollars. You see this stuff on my eyebrows? I am tinting my own eyebrows, and what did I use? Just for Men Beard dye for $8. I think I got it at Target. And you see my lashes? I did not spend hundreds of dollars getting it done. I got some lash clusters off of Shein, and I did my own cluster lashes. I got my nails done at the nail salon this time, but I promise you, when I was a broke college student, I was going to CVS or Target, getting some Kiss nail press-ons, and doing my own nails for about $10. People will literally look at me and think I always have it all together and think I spend hundreds of dollars keeping myself up, but I really don't. We live in an age where you can literally go on the internet and learn how to do anything yourself.
You are being lied to you, self-maintenance does not need to be expensive. You can do everything by yourself. I'm going to show you guys how I do mine. I love facial shaving. All you need is a razor and oil. Then you want to pull your skin towards and angle the razor at 45 degrees. Your skin will be looking perfect. I recently gave myself a haircut. You can just see me here making sure that the blob is perfect. Swinging that shit around, girl. Well, if someone told me how easy it is to laminate your brows, I would have been doing this since I was born. This is the most easiest ish to do, and it literally takes your face to a whole nother level. If you need a tutorial, let me know, but I promise this was so easy and the results were phenomenal. Like, oh my goodness. I think the key thing to take away here is that self-maintenance doesn't need to be expensive, and it definitely can be beginner friendly. Do not be deceived by all the videos you see, how people are paying thousands of pounds and dollars to get their stuff done. You really could do this by yourself. And again, the results are phenomenal.
If I get money for every time I tried to do something by myself at home and failed horribly, I will be a millionaire by now. Take for example my attempted efforts at dermaplaning. When I tell you I did that months ago and my skin is still recovering, the truth is a lot of people attempt beauty maintenance at home, but they end up getting frustrated or even worse, hurting themselves, like me. I get the idea, like I really do, but you need to know that most of these procedures would not even come about without the professionals. Like, they are professionals for a reason. Yes, it can save you money, but at what cost exactly? Is it your time or your repeated exhaustive efforts? And at the end of the day, you don't like the outcome. Okay. Before I dampen your morale, because I'm also a DIY queen, I really believe that people can do things by themselves at home, but there should be a line. There are some lines you should not cross, especially when it gets to big procedures like dermaplaning or micro needling, like procedures that involve you getting a certificate for it. Basically, aesthetic procedures that involves estheticians, don't do it. I mean, you can braid your hair yourself, you can carve your brows yourself, you can what can you do? Drop it down in the comment section what people can do, what you think people can do by themselves at home. But there are a lot of things you can do yourself at home. There should be a line. There's some line you should not cross. Anything that involves sticking needles into yourself or like having to do with chemicals, I think you should stay off it.
This is what a chemical peel gone wrong looks like. This was the next day after a chemical peel. And guess what peel she used? Ordinary. Chemicals are very strong. Please see a professional. This was day 3. That's devastating. Please stop trying to do chemical peels at home. It hurts me to see this. I not only go to school, I go to advanced training. I know many SEs who do. Don't end up like this.
If it's to learn skills like braiding your hair, doing your makeup, yeah, those things are very low risk things that you could learn to do by yourself. Because to be honest, doing things yourself actually saves you money. If you can put in an investment upfront, you'll be able to reap it as time goes on. Another thing is a lot of these professionals offer skills you can learn from them directly. So if you have the time and you have the money, you can go ahead to do that. Or you take time to practice. And just know that you will flop somewhere along the way. But for each time you keep doing it, you keep getting better. If you're someone that genuinely likes beauty maintenance, but you cannot afford it yet, DIY is definitely a way to go. Like, we all love a good DIY moment. There's this haha moment like, wow, she actually did this herself. So yes, you can do things yourself. At the end of the day, there's no such thing as true effortless beauty. Whether you're a clean girl, soft girl, low maintenance girl, high maintenance girl, we all invest time and effort into looking the way that we do. If you ask me, the real flex is in being comfortable in your own skin. So whether you spend very little money on your routine or you go all out and bring out the guns and go for procedures, maintenance, at the end of the day, it is your confidence that matters. Yeah, so that's the end of the video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Where is it? Thankfully, a lot of influencers, if you say influencers, thankfully, oh my god, thankfully, a lot of it is freaking expensive. Like,